Well, this morning I'm with Jan McNeilin, and Jan, you always have something interesting for us, some tips, and this time of year you're taking all your houseplants in and kind of looking what's going on with them.
Well, this is the last of the houseplants to prepare for going in the house, and I decided, we've been saying we're going to divide this about the last 5 years. So
It's time, huh?
This is a aspidistra, or a white flag plant, or lots of other common names, and I've taken it out of the pot, and I've got a big old knife here.
That's an old plant, which is still doing great.
Yeah. So I've got one plant there.
Wow.
Got another one here.
It's just like doing perennials in your garden.
Sure. And
Same
you
kind
could
of thing.
make, you could even take like these and just do that. So now I've got 4.
Oh,
or I
wow.
could have 5. Or I could have, no, whatever. And so I'm just going to take that. Let's take this bigger one.
Okay, well, everyone's going to have one of these for a holiday gift or something.
Well, maybe. And so I'm just going to put it in, kind of break up the root ball a little bit.
And
Push it down in, and then I'm going to refill with potting soil.
Now, what kind of light does this houseplant like once it's in your house?
Low light, it'll
take.
take.
Good. Okay.
It'll take low light. And if this doesn't seat right, I might have to stake it for a while and water it in. It doesn't feel like it's going to stand up, but it will.
It's such a pretty plant because it does put those white flowers up on and off all year. And
actually, I'm going to do it lower. I'm going to take it out again and put it back down into here because you're going to end up with roots from there. So
yeah, look at all those roots.
But now you get the gist. I'm going to take it back out, dump it out, start over again.
And that happens. I mean, you just have to kind of go with what you got.
Sure, I'm going to make it deeper this time.
Sure.
And way down in there. And then it'll stand up better, and also it'll expose the soil to those roots.
And it'll just put out more roots and be more of an anchor for it.
Yeah, more of an anchor, healthier plant, and then we'll have to divide it in a few years. Actually, this one goes to the neighbors. Oh. I talked her into having one.
Well, you're a nice neighbor to have.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about is that a lot of us have gone berserk with catalogs this year.
It's fun to do that.
I'm included. I have some hardy hibiscus here. They're just little tiny plants. And they look dead, but they're not. I mean, the roots are live. They're very good shape. So I'm going to be planting those outside. So I'm going to pull them apart a little bit like this, so that when they get out there, they just unwind the roots and plant it in the ground right to just to the level where it is now. You don't want to put it any deeper. And then it'll take 2 or 3 years to build up enough that it'll give us some nice, big, huge
they're beautiful
hibiscus flowers.
Yeah, they're so nice. Bloom later in the summer. Really going to be beautiful.
Right.
And then, a lot of us have wood fireplaces. And what do you do with that ash? There's always confusion about what you can do with it, how to compost it, how to use it in the garden.
As long as it's literally wood ash, you can use it in the vegetable garden areas or any areas where you want a higher salinity. You don't want to have acidic soil, so you can use it and dust it out. Don't leave it in clumps. Make sure it's spread. If it's a real dusty, use a mask when you're putting it out, and don't put it on blueberries or azaleas or any heathers or anything, rhododendrons, anything that's an acid-loving plant. And
then just kind of work it in, and the rains will kind of push it into the soil?
The rains will work it in for you.
Oh, okay. And I want to go see all the new bulbs that you have. I know you went crazy at the bulb.
Yeah, I did.
So let's go see how you're doing with that.
Okay.
All right. So Jan, I see you have a new gizmo to help you plant some bulbs.
I do. I've never had a bulb planter before. Knowing that we had so many, I thought, I'll buy one. I don't care what they cost. They're very inexpensive.
They are.
They're very, very inexpensive.
And it's been helpful?
Very. So the sheets that come with your bulbs will tell you how deep to plant them.
Okay. And you just kind of push down and twist?
Just push down and twist. If you've got roots in there, if you twist it, it'll twist the roots off. You pull it out.
Look at that.
And this is a little bit of bone meal that you put in the bottom of the hole.
That helps.
And here's a big, giant, nice daffodil bulb.
And so
that we put in pointy end up, roots down. And if there's no roots, you'll see just a round disc on the bottom, and put it down and the pointy end up.
How easy.
Put it in the hole, and because this is a tapered tool, you turn it over and shove the soil back out and cover it up. And if you want to know where you put the bulb in, you could put a stake in.
I like doing that because how many times I've gone and dug and then break right through the bulb.
Yeah, I'm really good at knocking off hostas in the spring that are coming up
Right.
that I don't remember where they are. So this is a great tool to have. It's inexpensive. Share it with your neighbors, whatever. And they'll come up in the spring, and depending on what you've done, hyacinths, daffodils, tulips, they'll come up at different times. And if you have a lot of bulbs, don't put them in a single file row.
Yeah, that's nicer to
Make them a
naturalize
little bit. Naturalizing is literally just throwing them down and planting them wherever they land.
That is nice.
And then it looks much more natural, and you'll enjoy them all next spring and for years to come.
Yeah, and it's not too late to do that, really. You can go out and do your bulbs right now. It's really prime time.
Clear into December, you're fine. If you're willing to go out then and plant, if not, get them in the ground now.
Just put in your Gore-Tex and get out and plant
Right
some
on,
bulbs.
right.
Well, thank you so much. Lots of tips today. Thanks a lot.
No problem.